Hi guys, so today's video is a follow-on from the late nail mailbox video that I've posted. It's not using the products in it, I'm using some other ones. They were good products, just I have others I prefer more, so I'm using the others. I'm also going to be using some of the new gel polishes that I have gotten from Nail and Beauty Excellence. I put a post in my community section the other day about the £2 bottle drop sale. Obviously it's while the stocks last, but it goes until the end of the month, so if you haven't seen that post, do pop on. You do need a certificate to buy from them, but £2 a polish is mental. I've had one lot come, and then I decided, why not? So I've popped back on and ordered more. So I do have some swatch videos filmed, but I'm not going to include them in this because I am going to add them in when the other polishes get here and do like a whole video on it. But you will see some of the summer collection because it's what I'm going to be using for this. So the base for this, I have used two builders by Glossify. So do the Natural builders. Ignore my stamping around, I'm just getting my bottom back up to my desk. So for the base one, we had Glow, which gives you the sparkle. And then I put a layer of nude over that because I kind of wanted it to be a background sparkle. I've just done one layer of each. Obviously I haven't built it up because it's on a tip. And I've just wiped off the tacky layer before going in with a matte top coat, because I find that wiping off the tacky layer prevents transfer that you sometimes get. Like when you get those not quite matte patches when you've used a matte top coat, it's where they've mixed. So that's all matted out. And look at the holograph, I love these balls. So these are a couple of the shades that have come. You will see in the swatch videos that all of them, with the exception of the orange one and the yellow one I will put on the paddle shortly, they are all, they're one coat colours. Yes, you can put two coats on, but honestly on my swatch sticks I only ended up putting one coat on, and honestly that's all I actually needed. So yeah, if you are certified or have a gel certificate, definitely check out Nail and Beauty Excellence for the £2 bottle drop. I do believe it goes on until the 30th. They've got it all over Instagram and TikTok as well. The discount code you want to put in your basket when you've got it is bottle drop. I don't believe tops and bases are included, but honestly, paying full price for those isn't bad when you are getting a bottle of gel polish for £2. I have quite a few colours from them, but I didn't have these and I didn't have a black and white, so I went back in. So this is the design that I'm showing you that was with the nail mailbox that I got at the beginning of this month. Obviously I've posted late. I did originally do the design on my nails, hated it, took it off, did the design you can currently see, and then had a play around using these products, and I definitely prefer it. So I have matted these out because it stops the gel polish moving around as much. Generally you could just take off the tacky layer and do that as well, and it should work just as fine. And bear in mind I am not going colour after colour on this, so what I am doing is I'm flash curing in between. I'm just popping it in my lamp on the 15-second cure, and then I'm going in with the next colour. If you wanted to do these with gel paints, you could just go straight on top as you are now, straight on top of the top coat. This is just my preferred way, and it's a while since I've done art with gel polish. I'm kind of enjoying it, but I know that these are pigmented enough that I can get away with it, and that they don't move as much. They're quite thick polishes, they're really, really good. So I've done the big thick pink line, and then I'm just doing some thin ones. These lines can be wavy, they can be unbalanced. It kind of just gives you the coloured French, so it doesn't have to be on the same slopes as I'm doing it. You could do a full nail, you could do it any way you wanted. And then on the design, she caps it all with like a layer of white at the top, which is thicker because she does like stars and dots. And the she I keep referring to is Erin Searle, which is who designed this set of nails and made the tutorial for the nail mailbox. If you are new to my videos, I get a monthly subscription box called the Nail Mailbox. It is £35 a month, and it always comes with a tutorial and loads of awesome products. I mean, not this month that I'm filming now, but the month before was an extensions kit from Nail Order. You got the lamp, you got the tips, you got everything. It was worth way more than the cost of the box. It always is. And I always like to review the boxes and then try the designs on the videos. And in this one we're going in with the green. These are really lovely colours. I've chose to do this one on a separate side, so they kind of like a French swoop but between two nails rather than on one nail. You could also, I suppose, try this design with pigments. Haven't tried it, so don't take my word for it. But I'm having fun playing with those at the minute, and now I'm wondering what it'd look like. But I like this design. It is a cute design. I am using a thin brush, but you could get away with using thicker brushes if you don't have thin ones. And it's a good way to play with your gel polishes. Obviously, curing in between gives you the layers. If your layers end up a little bumpy because of, the separate gel polish cures, I don't in this video because it is on tips. If I was doing it on a person, I would. But you could go over it with a thin layer of rubber base coat, because it's nice and thick, a layer of clear builder gel. Some brands have a reinforced gel, which I believe is kind of like a rubber base / builder. Or if you have like a really, really thick top coat, I mean thick, like the one I've been using from Temu lately, in the pot, then you could go over with a layer of that and it would smooth out all the bumps. So with your builders and your rubbers, you want to do a nice layer, then run a line down the middle and then flip it. So you flip your client's nails as if you're doing builder gel or hard gel. Let it smooth out along those ridges and then cure it right away, top coat, and you're golden. Some people don't like the lumps in their nails, some don't mind. So that one's just popping into cure. I did eventually just stop pausing the camera while I was curing because it's 15 seconds, it's barely even in the lamp before it pops right back out. I'm enjoying the summer nails at the minute. Kind of goes with the scorching hot weather we've been having. Although today all the thick clouds rolled in, and honestly, I was praying for downpour. Like, really, really wanting the downpour. And you know what? If it would have chucked it down, I would have gone out, arms wide, and I would have stood in it. Because it has been so warm. I know we all moan over here when it's cold, and when it rains, and when it's warm. But I swear, sometimes there's just something about the heat over here, and it's just like muggy and almost suffocating. And I would just like a little bit of rain. And I tell you what, for as much as I moaned about the fact that we were having a shower put in, and I had to get rid of my bath, really, really coming useful this past 2 weeks while it's been miserable and hot, because you can just take yourself in, quick cool shower, pop back out 2 minutes later, you've cooled down, you're all good. Oh, you all coping with the heat over there? It is kind of like barbecue weather, isn't it? It's been a really, really nice summer. I just wish there'd be a little bit of a break sometime. It's almost like you don't even need to go abroad on holiday anymore because the heat over here is just enough. So on this one, I am drawing little, my brain wants to say umbrellas, that's so not the word. The half circle things. Lucky Charms. Rainbows. We're drawing rainbows. So in the video, Erin's style starts from the inside, she says, because then she finds it easier to get her lines, rather than you having like trying to squeeze a colour into the middle after the fact. So I'm not doing full rainbows, just a couple of colours just to give it that thing. Although that looks more like a hump. I think I need to work on my rainbows. And this one's also cured in between seconds. Now it doesn't need to be full rainbow, just the tail ends, just so you can then do clouds. So you could use your brush, your thin liner like this, to brush it out and get it where you want it. But I have like a little stippling brush. I think I picked it up on Temu for like, I don't know, like £1, definitely not more than £2, and it's like the teeny tiny size. And it's really, really good for just dabbing into paint. I got it after I'd seen some Korean videos use it to do moon shadows, and I really, really liked the look. And then I realised it'd actually be really, really good for clouds. So we're just doing some puffy little lines. If you have corners of you like a tiny corner of a sponge, that would probably also work, because I go back in afterwards with the gel polish to make a few definition lines. So sponge is definitely an option for that too. Give it some nice fluffiness. So here I just go back in with the polish, but I just draw some humpy little lines just to say, hi, I'm a cloud and there's more layers to me. To thicken it up, you could puff those again, you know, to have like layers on top of layers for the definition. I've just personally chosen to leave it that way, but it is everybody to their own choices. Now, these have all had a full cure, and I'm just going in with my dotting tools. So that one's one of my small ones, but that one's like a super tiny little point, and I do my tiniest dots with that one. So this is a metal set. I absolutely love these dotting tools. I think I paid £5 for these ones. I think it's a set of 5 or 6 from Temu or Shein. But they're brilliant. They don't break, they don't rot, they don't rust, and I can stick them in a sterilizer. So with my bigger dots, I'm just using the very, very teeny weeny tip of my brush just to pull those out into stars. And then we nuke them. And then just some dots just to add a little bit. Apparently I forgot to press record on the rest of them. Sometimes I think I pressed record, and then when I go to look at the screen, you know, to press like stop, it's like, well shit, it didn't actually register my finger and my phone just chose to ignore me today. There's been plenty of times I've had to put down the nail I was doing and then decide whether to just carry on or to refilm again, because it's just not recorded the bits I was hoping to show you. So just because there's a lot of negative space, I chose just to do a star and a few dots just in the blank spaces, just so it wasn't all right down at the bottom. Because in the tutorial video, we put like a layer of builder on, and then we add flakies, so you get the shimmer, you know, when you move your hands in the light. But I've chosen to use the glittery builder to give that shimmer, so it's more muted and backgrounded. Backgrounded? Don't know if that's a word. Definitely is today. And then once these are all done, I will pop all these into cure. So hopefully you like this tutorial and you're enjoying my little bright ones. I'm actually enjoying playing with the bright colours for a change. rather than the autumny colours that I prefer. So if you've enjoyed the video, guys, please leave a like. If you aren't already, please subscribe and check out my other videos. I have a few new ones on there using pigments at the moment. I'm really enjoying playing with those. Do not forget to check out Nail and Beauty Excellence's bottle drop sale, £2 a gel. You honestly cannot miss it. It's a brilliant sale and it's rare you ever get them. Very rare. Any more offers I come across, I will pop in my community page. So always check in there, see if I've left any posts, even if I've not put videos up. If I haven't had time to film but I've seen offers, I'll screenshot them and pop them in there. And thanks for watching, guys, and following along with me. If you give it a try and you're a subscriber, you can now post videos in the community page and pictures, so I would love to see your work. See you all soon, guys. Bye.